So again, if you've seen our previous videos, today is March 19th, 2020 in St. Paul, Minnesota, and we are responding to this absolutely dramatic and unprecedented need to respond to the spread of the coronavirus, which is taking the form of closing down businesses, restaurants, society, separating people out, people stay at home, and all of a sudden we're relying on ourselves. We're relying in some deep sense on a private sector, a very private sector, ourselves, our families, our friends. And what about the public? What is the public good? What the government has said, and it's happened so fast that there's been no public debate, there's been no democratic vote of the people as to what to do. The government, the federal government, our state governments, our city governments, and the same thing has happened in China, in Italy, in Spain, in France, and in the United Kingdom, not to mention South Korea. The government has decided that there is a need for public goods. So this means we are confronting a need to think about, well, what is the role of government? What is the good of government? What are public goods? And one of the traditional answers in a free capitalist society is when markets fail, they create public bads. And therefore government needs to step in and overcome the public bads with public goods. And what are the public goods? One, I think, is ordering society to do things that we're probably rather not do, like self-quarantine, like having restaurants closed, like losing our jobs because the restaurant where we work as a wait person has closed down and we don't have a job. But these are public goods justified by a care for the common good, public health, public safety. There's something greater out there than just our own pleasures and our own needs. The other second area, I think, clearly of government role is when markets fail, when there are no jobs, when stock markets go down, when cash is not available. If the government steps in and creates money and liquidity and also provides guarantees to companies. Yes, if you go to your bank and you want to borrow cash in order to meet payroll, even though your sales are down, we, the government, will guarantee to the bank the repayment of that money. If you can't repay, we'll repay. We're also talking now in the United States about the possibility that the government could buy securities. They could invest their own equity in large companies. One, to have cash available to the company, and two, to have some assets that if everything goes bad, the government will be able to sell its shares and get something out, or if everything returns very well, this happened in 2008, the government can sell its investment at a profit and therefore help pay back from the earnings of the economy the money it has spent on providing these public goods. But I think the reality, even of a free market capitalist system, is that public goods are an essential part of the system. And people who believe in markets and private enterprise need to recognize the value of public goods.